Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to SMC with Arewa. My name is Arewa. I welcome you to my channel. If you are new, you can click on that subscribe button and don't forget to on your notification bell so you can get notified whenever I drop a new video, so you can come and check it out. Also, this is the Yoruba and English channel, so méjèèjì ni mo máa ń sọ papọ̀ ní ibi báyìí. Thank you guys once again for joining me. Don't forget for your advert, for any of your advert, your support, donation, or any discussion whatsoever, my contact is going to be here in the on the screen. Thank you once again, guys. If you are new, welcome. I hope you stay. For the returning friends, thank you for stopping by once again. You all know I love you all. Thank you so much for always tuning in. Even the haters, you are all welcome. Very soon we'll finish this Mohbad case and go back to our normal amebo. Ní ọ̀dọ̀ bá mi àti àwọn olórí prophetess àti gbogbo àwọn oko tó ń dó lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ìṣẹ́wọ́ dó oko àbúrò prophetess lọ́jọ́ yìí ní ìsìn. Ó lágbára díẹ̀ o. Ó lágbára díẹ̀. Àti mama gonself, mama ń jẹ́pọ̀ kiri ni o. Ó sad. It's a sad situation. Struggling to nǹkan tó ń dùn mí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wípé gbogbo àwọn tó ń dùn, gbogbo àwọn tó ń ta sí, àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n mọ ọkọ rẹ̀ ni, àwọn tó jẹ́ pé píìtì pẹ̀lú ọkọ rẹ̀ ni. Ṣé mo kí èèyàn wọ́n pẹ̀lú ọkọ tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo àwọn ènìyàn dignitaries, àwọn èèyàn ibẹ̀ ló ti mọ̀ wọ́n lọ́dọ̀ ọkọ rẹ̀. Ìgbà tó wá kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ tọ́ àwọn ọlọ́wà ń pọ̀ ẹnu sí ẹ. I cry for your prophetess and the sisters. It's very sad. Don't forget to join me on my TikTok to see my real face and let us have our discussion there. Don't forget to click that follow button on TikTok. Don't worry, when I get to 1,000 and I will start displaying things that you don't. You start doing live. Maria Arewa, I want to debut myself on TikTok. TikTok mo ti ma reveal ara mi fún ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi. So quickly run to the TikTok and click so that I can get to 1,000 followers, so that I can start live show, so that you can all see Arewa live and direct. Thank you guys. Don't forget, your Arewa is a Sagittarius queen. December 16 is my birthday. You all know, all the old comers, you all know, all the old fans, you all know, and the newcomers, the one that loves me. December 16 is your baby girl's birthday. Let the birthday gift start rolling in. I just keep birthday gifts in the cinema wọlé o. Mi ò fẹ́ story o. Mi ò fẹ́ story o. Mo ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ ni o. Ẹ jẹ́ kí birthday gift yín kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wọlé o. Mo ń tọrọ ni o. Mo ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ ni o. I'm begging, mo ti di Bambiala. Bambiala, oh, ẹ ṣàánú Arewa, Bambiala, ẹ ṣàánú Arewa, Bambiala. Let's get serious now. Jokes apart.
Ìrèdè ẹ máa yọ̀ torí ntẹ́ ń wá lọ Sókótó ti wà lápò ṣòkòtò yín. Legacy Food ní gbogbo tó jọmọ́ oúnjẹ lẹ́wà àti tòkè òkun ti bá rọrùn dé. Ọ̀gá ni wọ́n nínú kábániṣètò oúnjẹ. Ṣé tilẹ̀ wa ni àbí tòkè òkun Continental Food? Bá a ṣe ń distribute ní Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ là ń ṣe káàkiri òkè òkun. Àwọn oúnjẹ aládìídùn tá a ti package bí ẹja gbígbẹ, ọ̀fadà rice, èlùbọ́, gàrí, irú, ẹ̀wà olóyin àtàwọn oríṣiríṣi ohun ìsebẹ̀. Báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ sí ní Legacy Food? Bá a ṣe ń tà á lẹ́jẹ̀wọ̀n láǹfààní tún wà fún àwọn aláràtúntà láti wá kó lọ́pọ̀ yanturu pẹ̀lú owó péréte. Tẹ́sí máa rí èrè lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Dádì, mọ́mì, gbogbo ẹ̀yin ilé ìtajà ìgbàlódé tó jẹ́ ti oúnjẹ. Ẹ má làágùn jìnnà. Ti yín ni láti rán Legacy Food níṣẹ́, á sì jẹ bó ti tó àti bó ti yẹ. Bó sì ṣe àwọn aláṣẹ ìgbàlódé tó jẹ́ ojúlówó lẹ́yìn fẹ́. Legacy Food ní ẹ kàn sí because we are modern and culture service provider. Láti bá wa dòwò pọ̀, ẹ kàn sí Legacy Foods tó wà ní Nàìjíríà. Lake Holland International Limited, Mesa Village, Kọ́bápẹ́, Abẹ́òkúta. Telephone 0902-022-5804. Tàbí lórílẹ̀‐èdè Amẹ́ríkà ní Legacy Africana Market, 671 Bay Street, Staten Island, New York, 10304. Telephone +192-935-35385. Ní Legacy Foods, we set the legacy.
So guys, let's get into it. Let's talk about Wunmi's inquest explanation abi narration the mama so. You know, I told you guys the last time that I'm not looking forward to whatever Wunmi is going to say in the court, because like I said, 90% is going to be a lie. Only 10% is going to be the truth, because she would have been groomed on what to say and what not to say. So I'm not expecting much from whatever she's going to say. So they said she stood for like 4 to 5 hours questioning and answering. They started from why Baba Mohbad is having problem with her. They said Wunmi said they were cool before, but later that Baba Mohbad used to bring women, girlfriends to their house to sleep with. That there was a time that Baba Mohbad brought a girlfriend, that Mohbad now came and caught him with a girl in one of the rooms in their house. So she complained to her husband and they put a stop to it. Ṣé mo kàn máa ń sọ kankan pé kí rojọ́ kó ṣọ́ra torí ẹni tó mọ̀ ọ́ gbọ́. Wèrè kọ́ ló máa gbọ́, tí wèrè bá rojọ́, wèrè kọ́ ló fẹ́ dá. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n analyze yẹn nú. Let's say Baba Mohbad is even having girlfriend. So you mean Baba Mohbad will leave the whole of Ikorodu, as huge as Ikorodu is? Do you know the distance from Ikorodu to Lekki where they live? So Baba Mohbad will now all the way from Ikorodu. There is no hotel, there is no house, there is nowhere as huge as Ikorodu is that he will take girlfriend to. But he will take girlfriend to his married son's house. His married son's house that the mother is always going there from time to time. The married son's house that Mohbad, the mother of Mohbad, is always going there. So Baba Mohbad ò wá rí ní gbogbo Ìkòròdú bó ṣe huge tó yẹn, tó jẹ́ pé oríṣiríṣi àwọn hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì Musa fún ẹ tó àwọn hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì ní abẹ́ ilé àti gbogbo ẹ̀ short time tó wà. Ṣé mọ distance tó wà láàrin Ìkòròdú lọ sí odidi Lẹ́kì? So kò wá rí hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì àbí ibi kankan tó lè gbé obìnrin lọ. A wá jẹ́ ilé ọmọ ẹ̀ ní Lẹ́kì lọ́hùn tó ti ẹ pé ó ti ní tó wà married, tó wà pẹ̀lú ìyàwó, pẹ̀lú pé àwọn boys Mohbad gan wà ń bẹ̀ o, àbúrò Mohbad ń gbé bẹ̀ o. Ilé tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé ìyá Mohbad máa ń lọ dáadáa, ibẹ̀ wá ní bàbá Mohbad àwa máa gbé obìnrin lọ. Wèrè kọ́ ló máa, tí wèrè bá wèrè kọ́ ló fẹ́ dà. Ṣé ẹjọ́ ṣé là, I mean, that is to me that's a blatant lie. Pé bàbá Mohbad á gbé girlfriend obìnrin láti odidi Ìkòròdú lọ sílé Mohbad tó wà married, tó jẹ́ pé àwọn boys ẹ̀ máa ń wà níbílé yẹn 24/7. Pẹ̀lú àbúrò ẹ̀, ilé tó mọ̀ pé ìyá Mohbad máa ń lọ constantly, ibẹ̀ wá ní bàbá Mohbad àwa máa gbé girlfriend lọ. Ìyẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. She said another thing again is that when she gave birth at the hospital, that Baba Mohbad asked for the placenta of the child. and she did not give him the placenta. So she said, bóyá àwọn nǹkan tóun ṣe. That is where she started having issue with Baba Mohbad. In Yoruba land, in case you don't know the culture, in Yoruba land, I think Mohbad is the first son of the father. Not firstborn, first son. In Yoruba land, if your first son gives birth, it is the father, the father of the guy, or the guy himself, or the father. Most times it's the father. Even if the boy himself takes the placenta, it is his father that will, tell him what to do onto the setting of burying the placenta. Also in Yoruba land, it is customary that Baba Omo ló máa gba placenta Omo. It is the father that will take the placenta. So Baba Mohbad requesting for the placenta is in accordance to Yoruba custom. Kódà in Yoruba land, as the first son, the first child that the first son gives birth to, that your son. In Yoruba land, the first child that your son gives birth to, it is in your father's house that you will do the naming ceremony. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àfi tí bàbá ò bá sí láyé mọ́. Àbí bóyá bàbá yẹn ò sí ní ìlú tó wà bí agbègbè tí ẹni náà wà. Bọ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, tí èèyàn bá bímọ, tóbìnrin bá bímọ, tí àkọ́bí ọkùnrin àbí àkọ́bí ọkùnrin tó bá bímọ, bàbá ọkọ ló máa gba placenta, àbí kí ọmọ kó gba placenta, ó máa gbé wá báwọ bàbá. Bàbá ló máa tọ́ ẹ sọ́nà bó ṣe máa bẹ́rì ẹ̀ àbí nǹkan tó máa fi ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlànà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. And also, tí ọmọ ọkùnrin tó bá bí ọmọ àkọ́bí ọmọ tó bá bí, ilé bàbá ẹ ló ti máa ṣe ìkómọ. Wọ́n ti máa sọmọ yẹn lórúkọ. Again, unless tó bá jẹ́ wípé bóyá ẹ sí nílùú kan náà, bóyá bóyá wà abroad, bàbá ẹ wà ní Nàìjíríà, àbí ó wà ní ìlú kan tó jìnnà síbi tí bàbá ẹ bá wà, àbí nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, tí ọmọ ọkùnrin àkọ́bí ọmọ ọkùnrin yẹn tó bá bímọ, ilé bàbá ẹ ló ti máa ṣe ìkómọ. You know, I've said it in one of my videos that the naming ceremony, that they are supposed to do Liam's naming ceremony in Baba Mohbad's house, because àkọ́bí Mohbad nìyẹn, that is his first child. The naming is supposed to be done in Baba Mohbad's house in Ikorodu. So Baba Mohbad asking for the placenta is a normal thing in Yoruba land. Even if your husband take the placenta, he is still going to go and ask his father, báwo ni mo ṣe fẹ́ ṣe, torí àkọ́bí ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Bàbá ló máa wá tọ́ sọ́nà pé báyìí ló máa ṣe ṣe. So the father asking for the placenta is a normal thing in Yoruba land. It's not as if he meant something evil, àbí there's more to it. No. Even the naming ceremony is supposed to be done. So far, it is the first child of Mohbad. The naming ceremony of that first child is supposed to be done in Baba Mohbad's house. Just like a wedding between a man and a woman. In Yoruba land, àwọn family ìyàwó ni wọ́n máa ń ṣe ìgbéyàwó. Tọ́n bá fẹ́ ṣe mọ̀ àwọn family ọkọ ló máa kóra wọn lọ sí ilé ìyàwó. láti lọ tọrọ ọmọ. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá family ìyàwó ló ń ṣe ìgbéyàwó fún ọmọ. I was surprised when they say they want to do the introduction, that Baba Mohbad was thinking maybe they were going to they were supposed to go to the family house of Wunmi to go and ask for her hand in marriage, or to go and do the introduction, but they ended up doing it inside the hall. So they yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Bóyá bí àwọn family Wunmi ṣe fẹ́ ṣe títí wọn nìyẹn, but normally introduction àwọn family ọkọ wọ́n máa wá sí ilé àwọn ìyàwó láti wá ṣe mọ̀mí-mọ̀ káwọn ẹbí kí wọ́n mọra wọn. Wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá nìyẹn. Àwọn family ìyàwó ló máa sin ọmọ wọn lọ ilé ọkọ. So ibi tán bá bí avenue tán bá choose àbí whatever, the family of the husband will go along with whatever the family of the woman chooses. So with that being said, wèrè kọ́ ló máa dájọ́. Tí bàbá Mohbad bá béèrè placenta, asking for the placenta is a normal thing in Yoruba land, being the first child of his son. He's not going to do anything with it, he's just going to go and bury it. Ní ẹbí wọn ó lè jẹ́ pé ó níbi tí wọ́n ń sin gbogbo ibi ọmọ wọn sí. Àwọn family kan wà tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo ọmọ tó ń bá bí ní ìdílé yẹn ó níbi tí wọ́n ń sin gbogbo ibi ọmọ wọn sí. Ó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá dáadáa. Àṣà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni láti máa sin ibi ọmọ. Mi ò mọ àwọn àṣà ìmí ò bọ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá o. Wọ́n máa ń sin ibi ọmọ. Bàbá ló máa lọ sin ibi ọmọ. Ó normal, but labroad kò sí nǹkan tó jọ, but nílẹ̀ Yorùbá látayédáyé ni wọ́n ti ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ á tẹ̀síwájú. So ẹ̀sùn méjì òun ló ti fi kan bàbá Mohbad níbẹ̀ yẹn pé gbà tí bàbá Mohbad gbóbìnrin wá sílé, òun fẹjọ́ ẹ̀sùn ọmọ ẹ̀, àtìgbà yẹn ni bàbá Mohbad ò ti nífẹ̀ẹ́ òun. Ẹ máa dé o. The second thing tó tún ní bàbá Mohbad fi hate òun ni ọ̀rọ̀ placenta, kò ṣe placenta. Meanwhile, in the question as they were asking her, they asked her at a point that since you know Mohbad, have any other guy climbed you, slept with you? Wunmi could not answer. She was mute. Wunmi ò dáhùn ìbéèrè yẹn ìgbà tí wọ́n bí pé àtìgbà tó ti mọ ọkọ rẹ o, ṣọkùnrin mi gorí ẹ. Wunmi was mute. Kò ṣe kí ni, kò fèsì sí question yẹn. Ẹ máa dé o. Ṣé mo kí mo sọ fún yín? I told you guys that at the end of the day, Wunmi will 100% exonerate herself. At the end of the day, they will pin it on Prime Boy, Nurse, and Mohbad brother. You know I said so. Orí ẹni tó máa mistake tí Prime Boy was when he spoke, he was trying to want to cover up Wunmi, not knowing that Wunmi will now at the end of the day turn around to pin everything on his head. Family obìnrin kọ́ ló máa ń gbé placenta tóbìnrin bá bímọ. If a woman gives birth, it is not the woman's family that collects the placenta. I don't know about any other tribe in Nigeria, but in Yoruba land, it is not the woman's family that will undo placenta when that woman gives birth. It is not the family. Kò ń ṣe family obìnrin òun ló máa gbé placenta tóbìnrin bá bímọ o. Àfi obìnrin tó bímọ tí ò lọ́kọ tọ́kọ ò gbà àbí nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n obìnrin tó ní ọkọ tọ́kọ gbà tó bá bímọ, family ìyàwó kọ́ ló ń gba placenta. Family ọkọ ni wọ́n mọ bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe placenta o. Ó wà láàrin ọkọ àtàwọn ẹbí wọn. In all the questions and everything that Wunmi spoke, gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ, everything that came out of her mouth, she never made mention of Sam Larry. She now started talking about Naira Marley back to back. You know, all these questions or everything that, or all these things that she's saying is irrelevant. The question is, kí ló pa ọkọ ẹ̀? Even when she spoke about the placenta, the lawyer told her that it is a normal thing for Baba Mohbad to ask for the placenta because wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nìyẹn. So Wunmi now started talking about Naira Marley back to back. She did not and forgetting that Wunmi, in all the social media, there is no single video or be evidence that Naira Marley physically himself laid hand on Mohbad, assault or bully. There is no video evidence like that of Sam Larry. There is none where Naira Marley physically by himself laid hand on Mohbad. Even let me yabara a little bit. Let me digress a little bit. Naira Marley younger brother, I think he came out and started writing some things. Spoke about how Mohbad left Maria Music. I think he was paid this $50-something thousand, and even a brand new Jeep car like that. That the car is still with Mohbad till tomorrow. That if it is a lie, Wunmi should say so, and that they have evidence of the transaction of the money that Malian Music paid Mohbad. I think $57,000 or something like that, maybe 17 million or 50-something thousand, 50, is it $57,000 or something like that? That Mohbad left. Mohbad did not leave Malian Music broke, according to Naira Marley's brother. That Mohbad, Imole, did not leave Malian Music broke, and there wasn't any fight about management or not changing manager or whatever. That Mohbad did not leave Malian Music broke. That Naira Marley even bought him a brand new car and he did not collect it when he was leaving. In the car, they are still using it to date, and posted with evidences. If, you know, for Naira Marley's brother to come out to say that, he would definitely not be stupid to come out and say something of such nature, of such. Obviously, bank account, statement of account of Mohbad will be checked of that amount entering his account or that of his manager. A statement of account of Malian Music also will be presented to cross-check such transaction being paid to Mohbad. That the bottom line is Mohbad did not leave Malian Music record broke. He was paid thousands of dollars in giving a car and the rest of it, and that there is evidence of such, which is the evidence is that one that they talk is going to be a very simple thing, because statement of account will be presented to clarify that nobody will be, you know, foolish enough to come out to lie when they don't know that they will request for the statement of account and evidences, receipt, alert and everything. Okay, let's go back to Wunmi now. You know the whole talk that Wunmi talk, she did not make mention of Sam Larry at all at all. Kò dárúkọ Sam Larry kankan nínú gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ. Ó dárúkọ Naira, but kò ever dárúkọ Sam Larry, kò rojọ́ mọ́ Sam Larry, kò dárúkọ ẹ̀ rárá àti rárá. They say the lawyer, one of the lawyer now asked her that, Wunmi, since you've been talking, you didn't even mention Sam Larry or said anything about Sam Larry. Korojo buruku mo Sam Larry rara. That is there something between you and Sam Larry? Again, Wunmi was mute. She did not give answer to that question. Ọ̀rọ̀ tún pèsè jẹ, Wunmi tún dákẹ́, kò lè dáhùn ìbéèrè yẹn. Wait, let me digress a little bit. We hear that allegedly Wunmi's mother planned to sue Mohbad's dad. Obviously, Mohbad's father needs a lawyer. Wunmi's mother, Mohbad's mother has a lawyer. No, the same lawyer that is representing Wunmi is the one that is representing Mohbad as well. Wunmi's mother has her own lawyer. I think another of Wunmi's sister too has a lawyer that they want to sue Baba Mohbad, that he defamed the character of Wunmi. Where I say this and I will say it again. Somebody should help Baba Mohbad to take this matter to Oriyomi Hamzat. Instead of all this going to court for all this inquest, questioning and answering and everything, this matter originally should have gone to Agidigbo, should have gone to Oriyomi. They would have treated this case in getting the real fact. They would have digging into this case, both spiritually, physically, and everything. Baba Mohbad need láti lọ sọ́dọ̀ Oriyomi Hamzat kó lọ open case níbẹ̀. Kó wá pè gbogbo àwọn people yìí síbẹ̀. Ibẹ̀ ni kán ti ro gbogbo ẹjọ́ yẹn. Ibẹ̀ ni kí wọ́n ti dá gbogbo ẹjọ́ yẹn. Now, according to Wunmi, she said they got to the show around 7 p.m. and Mohbad performed at 9 p.m. She said she was inside the car with Liam. I wonder why you would take a 5-month-old baby to a show that you are still breastfeeding. So, she said when Mohbad finished performing, he came into the car, his fans surrounded him, he gave them money, but they were still shouting up and down. You know how all these area boys are. So I think, according to what she said, he told his brother to go and get more cash. But the brother was taking long. She said she sat in the middle between Mohbad and Prime Boy because Prime Boy followed them as well. So when Mohbad's younger brother came back, Prime Boy called him and said, sorry, see. Prime Boy called the younger brother of Mohbad, and that one insulted Prime Boy back. So Prime Boy now faced Mohbad and said, see, your younger brother is insulting me in your presence. My own younger brother cannot do that to you, and you are not saying anything. Said this led to an argument between Mohbad and Prime Boy. And before you know it, Prime Boy told Mohbad to shut up. She said that statement infuriated Mohbad, and he got down. So she now said she got down from the car to go and call the other guy in the other car that they brought. That before she came back, she already seen wound in Mohbad's hand. Now let's analyze that before we continue. If Mohbad and the Prime Boy was fighting, at least, number one, where is security of Mohbad? I'm sure I think they still need to invite the organizer of that show to come and say what happened on that very day. Because Prime Boy made mention in his own statement that when Mohbad was doing this wala, he went to the stage to go and meet Cubana chief priest and told him what was going on. So I think they still need to invite that Cubana chief priest and the rest to hear their own statement as well. Because I'm very sure they will get him bouncers and security. So where were his bouncer and his security when he and Prime Boy was exchanging blow in the first place? With that being said, if they are fighting blow, the wound is supposed to be on the fist. The wound is supposed to be on the fist, not in the arm where that cut was. It's a small cut on the arm, but it ruptured his spine. His spine. We like to say spine in it. Yes, I think that was why there was so much blood. Even though she denied that Baba Mohbad, what Baba Mohbad said, that there was blood in one bucket of cloth, this and that it is a lie, that there's nothing like that. It was not only Baba Mohbad that said he saw blood. Remember, Mohbad's mother, younger sister, also said she saw blood that day. I think maybe they soaked a cloth or something like that. Sure, you understand? So if Mohbad and Prime Boy fought, the wound is supposed to be on the fist, not where that wound, not on the arm where that wound was. Then Wunmi continued and said, the reason why Mohbad refused to go to the hospital is because Mohbad he had a phobia for hospital ever since the NDLA issue happened, that they gave him water. That's very funny. So with all the beating and discording that that Sam Larry has been doing, to him, he did not go to hospital to have treatment. Suddenly he has a phobia. Anyway, that he has a phobia for hospital ever since that NDLA issue. I don't understand what hospital got to do with the NDLA issue. The NDLA is where you drank, claimed that, alleged that water was given to him to drink. Hospital was where he was treated. So why will he have a phobia for hospital that treated him for what NDLA did to him, and not only him, by the way? But again, let's hang that one over there. She said he has a phobia for hospital to the extent that when she wants to deliver, that Mohbad was telling her that she should please deliver the baby at home because she does not want to go to the hospital. Then she said when Mohbad started vomiting and becoming weak, that she screamed for help. She even that started vomiting. I think this was because, according to her, she said that on Monday it was fine, nothing happened. That is, it is on Tuesday that the hand swell up and the rest of it. And they called Mohbad's nurse, and that one was not around. So his friend, one of his boy, called that another nurse, that one that was coming from all the way from Kutonu. That when that one came, when the nurse was giving him injection, she was not there. She was in the kitchen cooking. When the nurse was giving him, maybe that one gave him 2 injections or something, that she was not there. That she was in the kitchen cooking or something like that. You see that she exonerated herself from there. Pé gbàtàn gún lábẹ́rẹ́ mi ò sí níbẹ̀. Èmi kọ́ ni mo pe nurse, ọ̀rẹ́ èèyàn báyìí ló pe nurse. Ìjà òun àti Prime Boy ní wọ́n jọ jà ní Ìkòròdú. Ibẹ̀ ni òun ti rí wound ní ọwọ́ ẹ̀. Ṣẹlẹ̀ pé Wunmi try láti exonerate ara ẹ̀ ní ibẹ̀. She said when he started vomiting and becoming weak. The question is, where was the nurse? Was the nurse still with them when he was vomiting? Abi the nurse left? Abi the nurse followed them to the hospital? Because I don't understand that area. Maybe when the nurse comes to say our own part of the story, we will get to that side. Because I want to know that maybe, was it after the nurse treated him, gave him injection, she left? Maybe when the nurse left was when he started becoming weak and started vomiting the indomie that his said brother cooked for him or something like that. Maybe when the nurse comes again, we will hear that side. Because if the nurse was still there when he was vomiting and when they were taking him to the hospital, I'm sure the nurse would have followed them to the hospital as well. She said their car self, that was not, that they had their car had an issue, that she had to go to their neighbor to get their neighbor's car. That was the car that they used when they were taking Mohbad to the hospital. That she started vomiting and becoming weak, and she screamed for help. I don't understand where that statement that she screamed for help. I don't understand that side. Did she call the mother, the father, that this is what is going on? No, I don't understand who she screamed that help for in that house. Because at that moment, I'm sure she's supposed to call the mother or call the father, but she did not. So the screaming for help in that aspect, I don't understand. Then someone said the neighbor offered to drive them to the hospital, that on their way to the hospital, that it was Mohbad cameraman and one other guy that was in the vehicle with the driver, that they sat at the back making efforts to save his life. That the driver even stretched his hand back. Then he told us that the hand is cold, it's very cold. By then, they've entered inside traffic. That they had to stop a bike man. That one of the guys was with Mohbad in the bike, while she took another bike following them. Now, a whole celebrity on a bike, and nobody saw it as busy as that Lekki or that Ajah or that Lekki road is. A celebrity, Mohbad, is on a bike and nobody saw it. Nobody made a video. It's just like saying the video is on a bike and nobody saw it in a broad daylight. Not in the midnight, yo. In broad daylight, lọ́sàn gangan. A celebrity on a bike and nobody saw it to make a video or anything like that. Oh God. She said when they got to the hospital, the doctor quickly attended to him. That after 15 minutes, the doctor came out and said Mohbad was dead. And she was like, dead, bow. Is that how people die? Someone that was still gisting with me some hours ago. What could have killed him? That she did not believe the doctor. That by then, she had called Mohbad's cousin, who was in Ajah, to come over. That one got to the hospital after like 20 minutes. Really? 20 minutes from Ajah to Lekki to where the hospital is. It took that one just 20 minutes. Same you that said there was a lot of traffic. How is that possible? Lori, if you know that Ajah Lekki road very well, you will know that that place is where they call Old Up, where Old Up was infected. Do not forget, it is during the week, not even weekend. He died on Tuesday, so this has to be on Tuesday, where there was heavy traffic everywhere on that island. She said that one got there after 20 minutes. Then they rushed Mohbad to another hospital. And the doctor said he was brought in dead. Now, I wonder that voice note that came out where somebody said he saw when they brought Mohbad to the hospital and they took a video, a picture with Mohbad and everything like that. Obviously, that was a lie. That was what? A lie. According to the Gbebonu that I heard, that I said it was Wunmi's brother that made that audio, you know, trying to, I don't understand what their aim is, or the plan releasing such, saying that kind of lie. Then she now said when they go to the other hospital and the doctor said declared him dead at the second hospital, she said she did not call Mohbad's dad because she and Mohbad dad were not in good terms. But she called Mohbad's mom and his auntie in Songo. That it was the mom that called the father. That she and Mohbad's dad was not in good times based on what I said earlier, that he brought a girlfriend to his place, and when he gave birth to Liam, he asked for the placenta or something like that. So, but what me I want to say in that aspect is, this is his son. declared dead. What, even if you are not in a good time with his father, that is not an excuse for you not to call his dad. Tí wà tí bàbá ọkọ ẹ tẹ́ ẹ bá tiẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ tíjà bá wà láàrin yín, ọmọ ẹ má ti ṣaláìsí, kò sí nǹkan tó stop ẹ, kò sí justification tó stop ẹ pé kó má pe bàbá ẹ. Excuse wípé ìwà tí bàbá ẹ sí in good time òun ló ṣe pé bàbá ẹ is, to me, is a very silly excuse. O pé bàbá ẹ nítorí pé ìwà tí bàbá ẹ sí in good time lórí òkú ọmọ ẹ, o pé bàbá ẹ. And that issue of the placenta or no placenta, me, I believe it is a lie. Mohbad father will not ask Wunmi for placenta. Ẹni tó ṣe bímọ, ṣé ẹni tó ṣe bímọ ni bàbá máa lọ bá pé gbọ́ Wunmi placenta dà? It's not possible. I'm sure the father asked the son that where is the placenta, láti lọ mọ bí tó máa sin sí, tó máa bury placenta yẹn sí. Based on the fact that Wunmi is the one controlling the life of Mohbad, Mohbad told Wunmi. I'm sure that is what happened. Mohbad father would never open his mouth to ask Wunmi directly that give me the placenta or where is the placenta. That is 100% not possible. Because tí obìnrin bá bímọ lọ hospital, doctor àbí nurse ò lè gbé placenta kó gbé lóbìnrin lọ́wọ́ pé gba placenta ọmọ ẹ̀. Rárá, kò sí nǹkan tó jọ. Ètò ẹ pé ṣì máa sùn gan àbí nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ọkọ ló ń gbé placenta fún. Mo sọ pé ọkọ òun ni bàbá béèrè pé placenta dà láti mọ bí wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ ṣe placenta. Based on the fact pé Wunmi òun ló ń darí ayé Mohbad sọ fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ pé bàbá béèrè placenta lọ́wọ́, bàbá béèrè pé placenta dà lọ́wọ́ mi. Mo sọ pé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Bàbá ò lè béèrè placenta lọ́wọ́ Wunmi directly. For that one, big lie. Big lie. So that is enough reason for you not to call him when his son died. Oga, irú cock and bull story wo lélẹ̀. Ọmọ ẹ̀ kú. Ó sọ pé nítorí pé ìgbà tó bímọ, ó béèrè placenta lọ́wọ́ ọkọ ẹ̀. Ó ní pé wà tí bàbá, you guys used to be very close. That Baba even prayed and prayed for you when you conceived Liam. Took you to the mountain to pray and everything like that. Suddenly, Baba brought girlfriend and blah blah blah. His mother saw him there. Baba thought you are the one that set him up. Say Baba asked for, is that sure or leleyin? Silly talk. When they asked her that kilo pa ọkọ ẹ, what killed her husband? She said her husband was already dead before he died. And they asked her what she meant by that. She spoke about when he left Malian, how Naira Marley and Kiniko were bullying him. She didn't mention Sam Larry. She said they were bullying him, that he was living in fear, that they were telling promoters that he's not well and he has mental problem. Wunmi, you yourself with your mouth, with your sister, you were telling your sister that Mohbad used to forget things, forget lyrics, forget password, forget Igba, forget Agbon. That your sister in the US, what's your sister name, told you to take him to Harrow. That it's not only a mad people that they go to Harrow. That your sister was telling you to take him to Harrow. And you are here saying that it is the Naira Marley that are telling people that he has a mental issue. Meanwhile, you yourself told your sister that your husband, Mohbad, is always forgetting lyrics, forgetting Igba, forget Agbon. Tí ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹni pé kó gbé lọ sí Harrow. Ẹni tó bá rojọ́ kọ́ ló máa dá. She said when they left Naira's place, that they left with 0 naira in his bank account, that things were stuffed for them, that it was Bella Shmurda that housed and fed them, that they had nothing, that it was Bella Shmurda that came to their rescue. She said they stayed in Bella Shmurda's place, helped them, and later they got an apartment in Lekki and they moved in few months. That there's a CCTV, but it was never connected. Somebody that was living in constant fear that they were bullying and all that got an apartment and did not connect the CCTV. It's okay. That when he died, the dad came and they made arrangement on how the body will be taken to the mortuary without telling her. Were you not in the same house when the father came? Like, were you not in that house when the father came? I think the father is supposed to take permission from you. Please, so ìyàwó, I want to take my son that died or that was sick, that you did not call me, that died, that you did not call me, that is dead. That he made arrangement to take the body to mortuary without telling her, that she got to know from an outsider when you were still in that same house with the father when the father came. That she went to the dad and told him not to bury her husband yet, but he did not listen to her. The mortuary refused to accept, refused to take the body from them, and that she did not know where they took the body to. That she did not even know that the second day she was in the house, that somebody now told her that, do you know they're about to bury Mohbad? That she was shocked. Then she quickly, that it was on social media, she saw it, that she quickly, got dressed and was about to go. And her sister told her that there's something that they called protection clothes when someone died. That she said it is to protect the dead. That the sister gave her the clothes and we cut a small portion of it. That was the cloth I threw into his grave, and I used the remaining clothes to cover myself at night when I wanted to sleep. Fair woman. Fair woman. Fair woman. So basically, what Wunmi said was, when the nurse came, she was not there when the nurse was injecting Mohbad. She did not see it. Again, the Indomie that Mohbad ate, it was his brother that made it. She was not there. She was attending to something else. You understand? They put him on a bike. Nobody saw the celebrity on a bike in a broad daylight. That was all she said. That he fought with Prime Boy. Now, what is paining me in all this talk is, she didn't mention Sam Larry or anything like that. Now, what is paining me in all this thing is that, so you actually knew what happened led to your husband's death. Yet, when he died, and you people started giving the narrative that it was Naira Marley that killed him and Sam Larry that killed him. If Naira Marley was in Nigeria then, people would have lynched him or they would have burnt him alive. Jungle Justice would have burnt him alive. Him and Larry. Meanwhile, they had nothing to do with what killed your husband that particular day that he died. You did not come out to tell the public that, no, they fought ni ohun àti mu kíní kan lọ́jọ́ jà o, ìgbà kan. You let people continually, you gave the impression. You say they've taken him from him, they've shegba, they've shagbon. Meanwhile, you know that was not what happened. If Naira Marley was to be in the country, then they would have lynched him. They would have burnt him alive or destroyed his property and stuff like that. Meanwhile, he had nothing to do with what killed your husband on that fateful day. Imagine that. You kept quiet. Even when people were accusing your father-in-law wrongly, you did not come out to say, no, he had nothing to do with it. Oh. He came and met his dead son. When he was sick and everything, taking him, we did not tell him. I did not even call him when he died. I did not even call the father when he died. You did not tell the public that one. And you watched the public devour this man. Speak down on, even your sister spoke down, insulted, abused this your father-in-law. Ó ti gbà wí kó bímọ fún wọn. Àbúrò pé lè dá Liam tọ́. Àbí ó fẹ́ fún Liam ní orúkọ ìmíì. They were saying a lot of things. Your sister insulted, abused Mohbad's father. You did not come out to say it's a lie, yo. Mohbad's father did not know anything, no. Even when he died, I did not call Mohbad's father that his son is dead. That is, he came and met the corpse of his son. Now, people, let me tell you what really happened. This cock and bull story that she just said, it's all full of. I said it before that 90% of whatever she's going to say is going to be a lie. Mo sọ tẹ́lẹ̀. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ, exonerate ara ẹ̀. Kò dárúkọ náírà, kò dárúkọ Sam, kò ṣe kankan. Exonerate ara ẹ̀. Wọ́n bí pé ṣé o ti dóko èmi láti ìgbà tó ti fẹ́ ọkọ ẹ̀, kò lè dáhùn. Wọ́n ní ṣé nǹkan wà láàrin òun àti Sam Larry, kò ṣe kí ni, kò lè dáhùn, ó mute, kò lè dáhùn, kò lè fèsì. Mo ti mọ̀ pé ó máa fẹ́ dì lórí prime boy nurse àti brother Mohbad tó ṣe indomie fún. Ó yọra ẹ̀ kúrò pé gbà tó ń jẹ indomie òun ò sí ńbẹ̀. Ó ní phobia fún hospital gbà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní vomit, ẹ gbé lọ sí hospital yẹn last ẹni tẹ́ sọ pé ó ní phobia fún hospital. Tán bá jà fees, tán bá tí wọ́n bá jẹ̀ṣẹ́ ṣebí ibi ọwọ́ báyìí, ibi ìka ọwọ́ báyìí, tán bá ṣọ ọwọ́ pẹ̀lẹ́ ti máa rí wound, bọ́ ibẹ̀ kọ́ ni wound yẹn wà, ibi apá òun ni wound yẹn wà. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ dẹ̀ pọ̀ tó yẹn nítorí wípé ẹ fi ọ̀bẹ, òun àti ẹ̀ náà jọ jà nílé tó fi ọ̀bẹ gún. Ó fẹ́ ọ̀bẹ ìyẹn, ó mú ọ̀bẹ láti fi gún Mohbad, ìyẹn dọ̀jẹ̀ pẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Ọwọ́ yẹn ni ọ̀bẹ yẹn wọ̀. Ọ̀bẹ yẹn ó rapture spine ẹ̀. Òun ló jẹ́ kí ẹ̀jẹ̀ pọ̀ tó yẹn. Òun lẹ̀jẹ̀ tí bàbá Mohbad lóhun rí àti àbúrò ìyá Mohbad. So bàbá Mohbad parọ́ pé àwọn rẹ́jẹ̀. So ìyá Mohbad, àbúrò ìyá Mohbad tó support tẹ́lẹ̀, ṣé ìyẹn náà tún parọ́ torí ìyẹn náà sọ pé òun rẹ́jẹ̀ pé àwọn kò lè sọ̀rọ̀ níjọ́ yẹn torí pé ó wà too early. Odidi ọmọ kú, oní ò pé bàbá ẹ̀. You did not call his father. Just imagine that statement. Just imagine that statement. Wọ́n ò lè gbé lọ sí hospital nítorí wípé ọwọ́ yẹn wọ́n stab ẹ̀ ni. Òun lẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe pọ̀ tó yẹn. Ó stab ẹ̀ yẹn, ó dà pé ó kan vein, I'm sorry, mo ní spine. Vein mo fẹ́ sọ. I think the stabbing, got to his vein. That was why there was much blood everywhere. If he was bleeding all through Ikorodu that you claim he fought with a prime boy, at least the blood should have full all the whole car now. But there was nothing like that. That the next day, so gbogbo mọ́tò tó gbé lọ show, gbogbo mọ́tò wà tó jẹ́ pé láti lọ máa sọ́dọ̀ neighbor lọ gba mọ́tò neighbor láti gbé lọ sí hospital. Ìgbà tí wọ́n délé, òun àti ẹ̀ náà jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjà tóun àti prime boy jọ jà torí pé prime boy òun àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ náà jọ ń jà ní mọ́tò tí prime boy ń gbèjà ìyàwó. Nǹkan tó fa ti prime boy ṣe dá sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn. Nǹkan tó prime boy ṣe dá sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn. Òun ló ṣe ti ọ̀rọ̀ prime boy. Prime boy would not have fought him in that place where there are much people and area boys, surround them, the one that wanted to collect money. So is there a way that prime boy will even eat him or be blow him for that matter? Ibi tẹ́rò pọ̀ sí tó ní èrò ṣùrùbò, ó fún wọn 100,000 kò pé gbogbo ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣùrùbò. So báwo lòun àti prime boy ṣe wá jàjà ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ níbi tẹ́rò pọ̀ sí tó máa fi fọwọ́ ṣèṣe. Ìwọ àti ẹlẹ́jọ́ ní ìjẹ̀gbà tẹ́ délé ẹ continue ìjà yẹn. Ó mú ọ̀bẹ, ó dọ̀jí ẹ̀ pẹ̀ lọ́wọ́, òun lọ́bẹ yẹn ṣe bà lọ́wọ́. Ó kan vein ni òun lẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe pọ̀ tó yẹn. Ìdí tẹ́ ṣe lè gbé lọ sí hospital nìyẹn. Àti pé àwọn substance tóun gan tó ti wà lára ẹ̀. Ìdí tóun ṣe lè gbé lọ sí hospital. Èmo tó má gbé lọ sí hospital, wọ́n á ṣe test, wọ́n á ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Mohbad adé sọ̀rọ̀ kó wọ́n stab òun ni. Bí a ní indomie tẹ̀sí sí ẹ ti fi nǹkan kan sínú ẹ̀. As usual. Odidi ọmọ kú, oní ò pé bàbá ẹ̀. Ó pé bàbá ẹ̀ pọ́mọ ẹ̀ kú. Oní bàbá fẹ́ lọ sin ọmọ o mọ̀ o gbọ́ sí nínú ilé kan náà. Àbí were you not in that same house? Was Mohbad father was not in that same house? Is Mohbad father the one that will carry the corpse of his son to go and bury? Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣé abiyamọ máa ń gbòkú ọmọ wọn lọ sin fúnra wọn? Ibo náà ti ń ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Èèwọ̀ ni now. Èèwọ̀ ni pé kí abiyamọ fojú rí òkú ọmọ ẹ̀ débi wípé kó gbé ọmọ náà kó lọ gbé sin fúnra rẹ̀. Èèwọ̀ ni. Kò lè sí ibi tí wọ́n ti máa gbé ọmọ yẹn sin. Bàbá náà ń wọlé òun ti rí tán ti fi kọtínwù sí mú ọmọ wọn ti gbéyọ̀ sí láyà. Kí ló pa kí ló ṣe? Ìgbà tó sì tẹ̀yìn ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ̀yìn dúró ṣe ẹ̀ pé bàbá ẹ̀ pé ìyá ẹ̀ ṣe ìgbà tó kú tán o ò pé bàbá ìyá ló ní o pè o ní o pé bàbá ẹ̀. Well, if you are part of the people that believe all the cock and bull stories she told, continue.
Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàsán, ẹ kálẹ́. Àgbo ìbílẹ̀ solution lòun kí yín. Ṣé ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ àgbo ìbílẹ̀ solution tẹ́ fẹ́ mi lójú, tẹ́ fẹ́ mi lọ́wọ́, tẹ́ fẹ́ mi lára, tẹ́ nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi dénú, tẹ́ trust mi láti send owó sí mi láti bá yín ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ bá fẹ́. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ àgbo ìbílẹ̀. Ọmọ yín rèé, ọ̀rẹ́ yín rèé, àbúrò yín, ẹ̀gbọ́n yín, ìyá yín. Once again, àgbo ìbílẹ̀ solution. A tún wá sórí ètò àgbo ìbílẹ̀ solution láti wá polówó àgbo ìbílẹ̀ solution. Lórí àgbo ìbílẹ̀ solution, a ní 3-in-1 àgbo jẹ̀dí fọ́kùnrin. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ńlá, a máa ṣe fún yín. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ 5 litre, a máa ṣe fún yín. Àgbo ìbílẹ̀ solution lélẹ́yìí 3-in-1 jẹ̀dí, ọ̀pẹ̀yìn àti alẹ́. A ní alẹ́ powder náà. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́, a ní alẹ́ liquid, a ní alẹ́ powder. Tẹ́ bá ti fẹ́ ni la máa ṣe fún yín. So àgbo 3-in-1 òun lélẹ́yìí, ṣé ti rí 3-in-1 yẹn lélẹ́yìí, ṣé ti rí. This is 3-in-1. So a ní àgbo oríṣiríṣi la ní. A ní àwọ̀ká, a ní which is táwọn olóyìnbó ń pè ní arthritis. Àgbo arthritis lélẹ́yìí. Àwọn olólùfẹ́ mi kan ló lélẹ́yìí báyìí, ṣé ti rí. Arthritis lélẹ́yìí, onírírẹ̀ lélẹ́yìí. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ní 5 litre, a máa ṣe fún yín. So a ní oní sísè náà. Tẹ́nìyàn bá ra onírírẹ̀, ó gbọ́dọ̀ rò ní sísè tó bá jẹ́ pé ó ti wà worst. Torí tó bá ti bọ́ sọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yìn, tó ti bọ́ sọ́wọ́ ẹsẹ̀, tó jẹ́ pé ẹniyẹn ti fẹ́ máa tiro, ó ti fẹ́ máa dùnyàn jù, a máa ń ṣe òrí fún, a ṣe ọṣẹ fún, a ṣe àgbo rírẹ̀, a ṣe onísísè fún arthritis àwọ̀ká. Ṣé rí onísísè ẹ̀ lélẹ́yìí, ṣé ti rí. Àwọn olólùfẹ́ mi kan ló lélẹ́yìí báyìí. Onísísè yẹn nìyẹn, a ní onísísè, a ní onírírẹ̀. So ìtẹ́ ẹ bá ti fẹ́ ni òun la máa ṣe fún yín. Ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ àgbo ìbílẹ̀ solution, tí obìnrin ò bá rí nǹkan oṣù ẹ̀, tí nǹkan oṣù ẹ̀ bá ń ṣe ségesège, a ní àgbo fún. Àgbo period, láti jẹ́ kí period ẹ̀ wá regulate, kó wà normal, a ní fún. A ní àgbo infection fọkùnrin, a ní àgbo infection fobìnrin, a ní àgbo high blood pressure, sísè àtọnírírẹ̀. A ní àgbo diabetes, sísè àtọnírírẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá ti fẹ́ ni la máa fún yín. A ní low sperm counts. Low sperm counts wọ oríṣi méjì ni. Tẹ́ bá ti fẹ́ la máa ṣe fún yín. Onísísè wà, onírírẹ̀ wà. So tẹ́ bá ti fẹ́, a dẹ̀ ló ní pamí náà, la máa fi pamí ṣe. So tẹ́ bá ti fẹ́ la máa ṣe fún yín. So a wá ní àgbo ní tẹ́yin olólùfẹ́ mi mọ̀ nílé lóko. Fertility treatment wà very very important lára obìnrin. This is our fertility treatment. Mi ì tí yí padà yan ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi. Ọwọ́ ta ṣe ń lò náà la ṣe ń lò. Fertility treatment, this is part of that fertility treatment as well. Ẹni tó bá ti rà rí àmọ́. A ní fertility treatment fóbìnrin tó ń wojú Ọlọ́run, tó fẹ́ conceive. A ní tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe period. Because ẹ lè lo fertility treatment kẹ́ má ṣe period. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe period kẹ́ tó lo fertility treatment. Tí period yín bá 6, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lo nǹkan tí period máa fi wá ná kẹ́ tó lo àgbo fertility. So ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi, ẹ kàn sí mi. Tí ẹ bá lè rán dádì wá, ẹ pè mí fúnra yín, ẹ explain, àjọ share ìfẹ́ tajọ ní fúnra wa, àjọ help ara wa. Ẹ̀yin náà dẹ̀ lè help yín, èmi náà lè help yín, a wà fúnra wa fún ni. So a ní nǹkan lóríṣiríṣi tẹ́ bá fẹ́. A ní ọṣẹ ìwẹ̀, òun ni mò ń lò, òun lélẹ́yìí. àwọn olólùfẹ́ mi ti order lọ. Ṣẹ́tìrì, this is 1 litre. So a ní kékeré, a ní ńlá. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ fi test, wọ́n lè ra kékeré, wọ́n lè ra ńlá. Kékeré ẹ̀ lélẹ̀. Ṣẹ́tìrì, it's the black soap. Gbogbo nǹkan tá fi ṣe just a natural. Kò sí pé wọ́n mix chemical kankan mọ́. Everything is natural. Òun lèmi ń lò. Tẹ bá rójú mi, mi ì fi nǹkan kan sójú o. Ṣẹ́tìrì, kò sí nǹkan kan lójú mi o. No makeup, nothing. This is plain. Ṣẹ́tìrì, ọṣẹ yìí lèmi ń lò. So ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi, tẹ bá ti ready, ẹ kàn sí mi Agbo Ìbílẹ̀ lórí SMC Arẹwà lórí YouTube. Nọ́mbà mi ò pé méjì. I'm still using the same number, 07063559591. Mo tún repeat ẹ̀, 070559591. 07063559591. Nọ́mbà mi nìyẹn. A wá ní òrí fún àwọn ọmọdé tí irun wọn ń já àbáwọn àgbàlagbà tí irun wọn ń já tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo iwájú orí wọn torí wíìgì á ti já lọ. Ẹlòmíì iwájú irun ẹ̀ máa ń já torí òtútù. A ní òrí yìí fún. Ṣé rí òrí yìí? Tẹ́ bá ti fi pa, ó ṣiṣẹ́ gidi. Àwọn olólùfẹ́ mi dẹ̀ wọ́n ń bèrè sí i. Lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ náà ń bèrè sí i. Ìta ní àti tà tán, a ṣe fẹ́ ṣe another one ni. Tẹ́ bá order ọjà lénìí, tẹ́ bá send owó lénìí, ọ̀la ọjà yín máa ti ready and deal ọjà. So anything tẹ́ bá need, ẹ pè Agbo Ìbílẹ̀. Agbo Ìbílẹ̀ wà fún yín. So a tún ní sweetener fún ẹ̀yin obìnrin tó yẹ pé ẹ kì í feel sex. Tọ́ máa fọwọ́ kàn yín, ara yín ò ní fi. Bí àwọn dádì wa dẹ̀ ló ń fọwọ́ kàn yín débẹ̀ ni o. Bẹ̀tà ní nǹkan tá máa fi help yín tó yẹ pé tọ́wọn náà bá ń ṣe á dùn mọ́ wọn, á dùn mẹ́yìn náà. Ṣẹ́tìrì, a ní powder sweetener. So eléyìí milk lẹ máa fi mu. Ó wà lóríṣiríṣi. A ní oyin, honey, a ní honey. So a ní sweet. Ṣẹ́tìrì sweet wà lélẹ̀. A ní sweet. So tẹ bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí, a ní lóríṣiríṣi. So tẹ bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí, a ní waist beads.
Let's move on. Let's quickly speak about the trending video or topic of a lady, Mrs. Toyin, from is it Ikire abi Ipetimodu then? I think she's from Ikire. That was featured on Kokora Latte, where her husband, Mr. Kola, came and claimed he did DNA. They have 4 children, 16, 12, 8, and 5 years. And none of those 4 children are his. I'm sure you all know about the whole story of Mrs. Toyin and Mr. Kola and the one Mr. Shegun that claimed to be the father of the first son, which is the 16 years old. Even the younger sister of Mrs. Toyin confirmed the story. Yet, Mrs. Toyin is lying and saying she does not accept the DNA, that the children are Mr. Kola's children. Now, another story came out where they were saying some reporters went to interview her. Another write-up came that she said her husband cannot perform. That is why she went outside to, meet men outside and get pregnant and then give it to her husband. And there are some gullible people that were actually believing that story. I don't know how some people reason. You claim this woman said her husband cannot perform. That is why she went outside to look for another man to impregnate her and give the children to her husband. Mrs. Toyin is a very artless woman, honestly speaking. Odidi ọmọ mẹ́rin láti 16 years. I really feel bad for, honestly, like I cried as if Mr. Kola was a relative of mine.
because it's so sad. Having 4 children and none of it is his own. With the first child, 16 good years. Kó ti máa rẹ ọmọ, kó ti máa tọ́mọ fún odidi 16 years. Kó wá gbọ́ pé ọmọ yẹn kò ń ṣe ọmọ ẹ̀. Odidi ọmọ 4 tán. Mrs. Toyin, apààyàn ni. Woman yìí ó lè pààyàn. Apààyàn gbáà ni. And she has no shame whatsoever. Nǹkan tó dùn mí ní ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn nìyẹn. Kò ní ojútì kankan. Ó sì ń lẹ́nu. You people that came up with a story that she said that her husband is a kinikan, he cannot perform, it's a big lie. How can she's claiming her husband cannot perform, and yet she's claiming that the children are Mr. Kola's children, that she does not accept the DNA. And yet, you people are coming up with the story that Mr. Kola cannot perform. Meanwhile, Toyin is saying that the children are Mr. Kola's children. So how can Toyin say Mr. Kola cannot perform, at the same time fighting and still standing on the point that the children are Mr. Kola's children? Ero sense in na. Do not forget, in that same show, she clearly stated that there was an house help that they collected at a time. That the husband, Mr. Kola, was trying to make advances on that house help, trying to to see with that house help. So how can a man that does not perform, we are impotent ni, we are lakriboto tí ò lè ṣe? How is it possible that a man tó jẹ́ tí ò lè ṣe, tó jẹ́ lakriboto, tó jẹ́ pé ó fi oyún ṣe wedding pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, yet ó claim pé kò lè ṣe, ó dẹ̀ ní oyún tó fi ṣe wedding pẹ̀lú ẹ̀? And you clearly state that the DNA that he said he did, that you do not accept it, that the children are his children, yet you are claiming he's impotent, he cannot perform. How is that possible? Ẹ̀rù sense yín náà. Ó claim wípé there's an house help tó gbà tó jẹ́ pé ọkọ ẹ̀ ó fẹ́ ní àjọṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú house help yẹn. So ṣé ọkùnrin tí ò lè ṣe la wá máa make advances pẹ̀lú house help tó rẹ̀ sọ pé kò lè ṣe, tó jẹ́ pé nítorí ẹ̀ ní house help yẹn ṣe kúrò nítorí ọkọ ẹ̀ Mr. Kola ó fẹ́ ṣe kíni, ó fẹ́ collabo house help yẹn. House help yẹn kúrò later, house help yẹn sọ fún nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tó ń fi ṣẹ́ sílẹ̀. So báwo lọkọ ṣe jẹ́ lákìrìbọ̀tò àbí impotent tó dẹ̀ fẹ́ advances láti bọ́mọ ọ̀dọ̀ sùn tó sọ, tó dẹ̀ ń claim wípé irọ́ ló pa, pé gbogbo DNA yẹn ò gba result ẹ̀ pé òun ló ní àwọn ọmọ 4. Ṣé ọkùnrin tí ò lè ṣé ó possible? Is it possible that a man that cannot perform will bring himself out to the public to go and do DNA on the 4 children and bring it out to the public? Is it possible for a man that cannot perform to bring himself out to go and do DNA and bring the matter? A man that cannot perform will not expose that secret whatsoever. Ká ní pé kò lè ṣe ni, kò ní mú owó nínú economy, tẹ́bẹ́ economy ṣe rí. DNA is ranging from 100 to 150k. Tó dẹ̀ ṣe DNA fún ọmọ 4. Ṣé ọkùnrin tí ò lè ṣe, ṣé á go through that trouble, á ná àdúrú owó yẹn láti lọ ṣe DNA tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé òun ò lè ṣe, tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé bóyá ó fi bò òun láṣẹ, bóyá àjọmọ̀ yín ni pé ò lè ṣe, ó máa lọ gbóyún wá níta? Ṣó wá possible kí Mr. Kola tó wá jáde lọ ṣe DNA fáwọn ọmọ pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn ò ń ṣọmọ òun, tó dẹ̀ sọ wípé ó fẹ́ bọ́mọ ọ̀dọ̀ yín kan sùn, tọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ yín yẹn fi lọ, tó dẹ̀ ṣe kí ni tó fi oyún tó fi ṣe wedding pẹ̀lú ẹ̀? Ṣó possible ọkùnrin tí ò lè ṣe? Ẹ ṣáà date ara yín for how many months kẹ́ tó fẹ́ ra yín sílé? Ṣó possible ọkùnrin tí ò lè ṣe kó wá gbà láti fẹ́ sílé? So that story that is bringing up, I don't know why some people frame that story to want to justify what Mrs. Toyin did. I'm sorry, anybody that come up with that story are senseless. Ó yẹ kí wọ́n gbọ́ wọn ní kò lórí ni. And if truly she was the one that said it, this woman really needs to be taught a lesson to serve as a detriment to other women. Her sister was literally crying. This sister confirmed that whenever she and her husband had issue when they first had their first child, their first son, that she would be the one to back that baby and follow her to Mr. Brother Segun's house in Osogbo. So Segun already knew that child is his child, but allowed her to carry the child to give Kola, kí Kola tọ́ ọmọ, tó bá tọ́ ọmọ dàgbà tán Segun á gbọ́mọ. And she's a choir in church. There's something that you men don't understand. You men that want to marry holy woman. Àwọn obìnrin tí ò ríta tí wọ́n ń ṣe ọmọ gbòòrò, thinking pé there will be better, and those ones will be better wives. That's the mistake you people are making. Ọmọ gbòòrò tó jẹ́ pé ọmọ gbòòrò tó ti ná gbòòrò, tó ti ná gbàrà, tó ti ná gbogbo ẹ̀, òun ló dùn fẹ́ jù. Tó jẹ́ pé they can abstain from sexual intercourse for years, for 2-3 years. Tí ò ní mí, because oko tẹ́ pọ́n ti dódódódódó láti ọdún wọ̀ sọ́dún wò kò lè jọ wọ́n lójúmọ́. Wọ́n lè ọmọ gbòòrò lè mú ara dúró láti má dóko for years. Because ó ti ń dódódó láti ọdún wọ̀ sọ́dún wò, so kò jẹ́ kankan lójú ẹ̀mú. Ọmọ gbòòrò are more faithful and loyal in marriage, in relationship, than all this SU. Àwọn ọmọ tó máa ń rò pé wọn ò ríta tó ń ṣe kinní yẹn. Ọmọ gbòòrò òun ló dùn fẹ́ jù. Nǹkan tẹ́yin ọkùnrin ò mọ̀ nìyẹn. Ẹ má fi pọ̀ ọmọ gbòòrò ọmọ tí má lọ fọmọ gbòòrò a máa ṣe kíni, a máa dóko, a máa fẹ́ ọbẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn jẹ míníṣu, a máa ṣe gbá. Àwọn ló lóyà jù. Àwọn ló wà faithful jù. Kò sí kankan tọkùnrin kan fẹ́ fi tàn wọ́n níta. Kò sóko kan tán dorí tó fẹ́ jọ wọ́n lójú. Oko tán ti dó láti gbàwo sí gbàwo. Wọ́n ti dó dúdú, wọ́n ti dó pupa, wọ́n ti ná gbàrà, wọ́n ti ná gbòòrò. Kò sí kankan tó wà ní street tó fẹ́ jọ wọ́n lójúmọ́. Tó jẹ́ pé ọmọ gbòòrò lè mú ara dúró for years tí ó bá roko, tó bá rọkọ. Bó ṣe rí àwọn SU tó máa ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ pọ̀, àwọn tó ju wọn ọ̀la yìí, wọ́n ń dó fòó. Àwọn ni wọ́n bàjẹ́ oko dídó jù. Àwọn ló jẹ́ pé neighbor ilé tó ń gbé, wọ́n lè máa dóko 5 nínú compound kankan máa mọ̀. Àwọn tó wà reserve tẹ́ máa ń fojú pé eléyìí ò lajú. Obìnrin tó lajú tó sọjí tó jẹ́ ọmọ gbòòrò, àwọn ló lóyà jù ní marriage, ní relationship. Nǹkan tí àwọn ọkùnrin tẹ́ ẹ̀ understand nìyẹn. Ẹ má rò pé ọmọ gbòòrò ṣòro. Ọmọ gbòòrò ló lóyà jù. Toró ti ná gbàrà, ó ti ná gbòòrò. Kò sóko kan, kò sẹ́tàn kan tọkùnrin kan fẹ́ fi tàn wọ́n. Wọ́n lè mára dúró tán bá roko for years. Torí kò jẹ́ kankan lójú wọn mọ́. Bọ́n bá roko fine, bọ́n bá rí fine. Àwọn ni tó jẹ́ pé àwọn kan wọ́n máa fi wọ́n lẹ̀ tán máa travel for 2-3 years. Tí wọn ò ní tán máa wà faithful sọ́kàn wọn. Ọmọ gbòòrò ni wọ́n ti ná gbàrà, wọ́n ti ná, kò sí nǹkan tó wà ní oko tó fẹ́ jọ wọ́n lójú. Bó ṣe rí àwọn tó ju wọn ọ̀la yìí, tẹ́ máa ń rò pé ojú wọn ọ̀la ipá àwọn ilé ìlú máa wà more faithful. Àwọn ni wọ́n bàjẹ́ oko dídó. Àgàgà ẹni tí ò bá tí ṣe kíni, tí ò bá tí ná, ó bẹ́tà kó o fẹ́ obìnrin tó jẹ́ pé ó ti ríta, ó ti jẹ́ síta, ó ti mọ street. Ó ti ṣoge, ó ti ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ kó tó fẹ́ sílé. Tó bá fẹ́ sílé tó kò ní jọ́ lójú. Ọkùnrin kò ní tàn níta, kò ní wò ta. Torí kó á ti mọ̀ pé kò sí kankan níta. Á ti mọ̀ pé kò sí nǹkankan ní ìta. Torí ó ti ná gbàrà, ó ti ná gbòòrò. Kò sí kankan tọkùnrin kan fẹ́ fi tàn. Àwọn ni wọ́n ọmọ gbòòrò ló lóyà jù láti fẹ́ sílé. Bó bá fọ́ ọmọ gbòòrò tó jẹ́ pé ọmọ gbòòrò, confirm ọmọ gbòòrò. Ọkàn ẹ máa balẹ̀ pé ìwọ nìkan ló ń dó tó bá fẹ́ sílé. Kó o fílẹ̀ fún 2-3 years. Bó ṣe fi òbó ẹ̀ lẹ̀ ló ṣe máa bá. Oko kankan ò ní wọnú ẹ̀. Àwọn ló faithful jù. because oko ò jọ wọ́n lójúmọ́. They are not freaked by it. They are not what? They are not freaked by it. Wọ́n ti ná gbàrà, wọ́n ti ná kò jọ wọ́n lójúmọ́. Ìjọ tán bá rí dó ní fún àtọ́ màdé rí dó, wọ́n bá yé wọn lọ nìyẹn. Kò jẹ́ kankan lójú wọn mú. Ṣé dáwọn tí ojú wọn ò láyé tẹ́ má rò pé ojú wọn ò láyé tó jẹ́ pé rí, she's a choir in church. Ó tún do ara. Her husband Mr. Kola was also in choir in church. Ó tún do another choir member ní church. Ibi tí Mrs. Toyin SU ibi tó dókóde. In fact, they spoke about her story that when she was that Segun sponsored her in Osun Poly. That when she was in Osun Poly, ajá Osun Poly ni wọ́n ń pè é. Torí bó ṣe ń dó ilé ló ń dó ilé. Àwọn tó bá ti jẹ́ kí wọ́n obìnrin tó ti ríta tó ti ná gbòòrò tó ti ná gbàrà òun ló dùn fẹ́ jù. Òun ló máa fún ẹ ní fọkànbalẹ̀ nínú ilé. Kò lè gbọ́mọ àlè wá fún ẹ, kò lè okó kan ò lè jọ níta, ọkùnrin kan ò lè fokó kan máa ṣe kíní. Kò like gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kò jọ lójúmọ́. Okó ò lè jọ lójúmọ́. Okó tó tún dé látọdún wo sọ́dún wo. Àwọn èsì yìí tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti já síta tó ti ṣe kíní, àwọn ló ń dó fóò nínú oko. Wọ́n bàjẹ́. Àwọn SU, àwọn tó máa ń wò pé wọ́n ríta, àwọn ọkùnrin mi tó máa fẹ́ fẹ́yàwó wọn jẹ́ lọ mọ́ ọmọ ìlú kan ní kí n fẹ́ o tó wà innocent o ló máa wà lóyà o tanra ẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá ń gbé nílé tó ní níbo á dó gbogbo níbo yín. Torí ìgboro ó máa wà lójú ẹ̀. Ó bẹ́tà kó o fẹ́ ẹni tó jẹ́ pé ó ti ná gbòòrò kó tó fẹ́. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ obìnrin tí ò tí ná gbòòrò tó bá fẹ́ sílé tán ìgboro tó bá fẹ́ sílé tán á ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ já sí ìgboro. Ó máa já sí ìgboro. Ó bẹ́tà kó o fẹ́ èyí tó jẹ́ pé ó ti ná gbòòrò dáadáa kó tó fẹ́. Ìgboro ò lè jọ lójúmọ́. Bó bá ṣe fílẹ̀ ló ṣe máa bá nǹkan ẹ̀. Àwọn tí wọ́n ti ná gbòòrò yẹn tó bá fẹ́ wọn sílé. Àwọn SU with the way you are look a choir mọ́mí jíò odidi ọmọ mẹ́rin kó má wá sí ẹyọ kan tó jẹ́ ti ọkọ ilé ẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀. Ó sad. I feel so sorry for Mr. Kola. Kò bí ọmọ èmi níbi kankan, obìnrin èmi ò lóyún fún níbi kankan. Ó lóun bẹ̀rù ìyàwó òun gan. Kò tí ẹ lè rò sí torí pé choir member ni. Tó ń lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì déédéé tó ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀, tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ Olúwa ní church. Ṣáwá lè rò pé irú yàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lá máa dóko kiri. Ó ṣọ̀pẹ́ àwọn ọmọ méjì bí àkọ́bí nìkan la mọ̀ tó jẹ́ ti Ṣẹ́gun. Tẹ́ bá wo ọmọ yẹn àti Ṣẹ́gun, Mr. Ṣẹ́gun carbon copy ẹ̀ ni. Odidi ọmọ mẹ́rin. Apààyàn ni woman yìí. Apààyàn gidi òun ni woman yìí. Ibo ni kí Mr. Kola fojú sí? Ó yẹ kí wọ́n teach ẹ lesson. Ibi ni kọ́ ọmọkùnrin yìí, ibo ni kó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. After how many years? Ibo ni kó ti wá start afresh? Tell me obìnrin wo ló fẹ́ tó fẹ́ trust? Dénú délẹ̀. Obìnrin èwo òun ni Mr. Kola máa fẹ́ ló máa fẹ́ trust 100%. Another woman that he will marry now will be the one to suffer what Mrs. Toyin has done to him. Because he will have trust issue in trusting any woman again. He will. The psychological trauma that he's going through. Imagine that children that you thought was that you've loved, you nurtured, you do everything to know to ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ fún odidi 16 years. Kó wá ti pé kò ń ṣe ọmọ mẹ́rin kí kankan má jẹ́ tọkọ. Ó possible pé ọmọ mẹ́rin yẹn different bàbá ni. It's very possible that those 4 children are from 4 different men. 4 different men. Mo kò máa ń wọ àwọn ọkùnrin tó máa rò pé mi ò lè fọmọ gbòòrò ìgbà kan. Ọmọ gbòòrò ló dùn fẹ́ jù. Ó ti ná gbòòrò, ó ti ná gbàrà, kò jọ lójúmọ́. ọmọ gbòòrò kò ń dóko kiri tó bá ti marry, wọ́n ti marry nìyẹn, wọ́n wà faithful. tó bá ti wà ní ọkọ, wọ́n wà faithful. àwọn tí wọ́n ti data tán jú wọn ṣe Yésù yìí, àwọn ni wọ́n burú jù. àwọn ni wọ́n ṣe kíni, àwọn náà burú jù. àwọn náà burú jù nínú oko dídó, torí ó jọ wọ́n lójú, ó sì jọ wọ́n lójú. wọn ti nà gbòòrò, wọn ti nà gbàrà. àwọn innocent looking yìí, àwọn ni wọ́n worst jù. ó dùn mí fún Mr. Kola. ayé le. I fear my gender. gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe jẹ́ obìnrin, I fear my gender. That's why I support DNA 100%. 100%. It has nothing to do with love. ó yẹ kí wọ́n pass law, kí ó yẹ pé wọ́n ti reduce iye tó ń ṣe DNA, so that àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù kankan máa bá lè afford ẹ̀. àmọ́ yọ ọkùnrin bí Mr. Kola tó ń tọ́jú ọmọ àlè tí ó mọ̀ báyìí. It's another case if the woman does not know, but this one actually know. ó mọ̀ pé òun kọ́ ló ní ọmọ. ó sad.